Meditation will begin in just a moment. If you care to be settled. As we begin meditation this morning, I just invite you to settle into your seat. Feet firmly on the floor, allowing your chair to support you. And turn your attention gently to your breath. Letting go of anything that you are holding onto, physically, mentally, or emotionally. And if you have not silenced your cell phone, please do so now. And place your attention gently on your breath. Allowing each breath to relax your body and to relax your mind. With each breath, allow yourself to become just a little bit more still. Slipping into that stillness. Where we sense the divine. And if you feel your mind wandering off, or you feel some anxiety or plans come into your mind, just simply surround them in a bubble of warm golden light of love and send them on their way. Just like our breath, our thoughts come and go. And just like our breath, we don't want to become attached to them or hold our breath or our thoughts. Right now in this moment, we are just still. And we listen. or the still small voice of spirit. What would life have me know in this moment? What I know in this moment is that there is only one life. That life is God's life. That life is my life. And so I invite you to say that in the silence of your mind, to contemplate and affirm that this morning. If you feel your mind wandering off, come back to your breath and come back to the thought. There is only one life. That life is Spirit's life. That life is my life now. There is only one life. That life is love's life. That life is my life now. There is only one life. That life is joy's life. That life is my life now. There's only one life. That life is God's life. That life is my life now. And focusing once again on our breath. Feeling the chair supporting you and your feet on the floor. Thank you for joining me in meditation this morning. Our regular community gathering will start in about 5 minutes.
Once upon a time I found you under an October sky. Eyes who simply saw right through me. Ears that heard my honest cry. I knew you before I knew you. Sweet familiarity. You blew in upon a west wind, balanced my polarity. I wouldn't be the man I am, lying laid down with the lamb and there's...
We're turning the music down so you can play.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Karl, and I am so thrilled to just be here. This is my wife, Noi. We are both down from Oceanside, and I'm going to play a little prelude music. And what I want to do is I want to introduce you to this instrument. This is a steel drum, and it is the instrument that I play. I work at a healing arts program at Children's Hospital. And I bring this bedside and play it for the kids in the hospital. And it's been such a beautiful instrument to just offer. And Noi is from Thailand. We just recently got back from Thailand, and I'm sure all of you know the devastation that happened in Thailand recently. And I thought while I was playing, as you're just doing whatever you are doing before our service begins, we could just think about all the people in Southeast Asia, and that they would be well, that they would be happy, that they would find peace, and that they would find support from the world community as you listen to the handpan. Would that be okay? All right. Well, good morning. You'll find this is a very soothing instrument. It's all steel, and it's basically called a handpan. Thank you. I will play some more of that during the concert as well.
That's a beautiful way to start off our morning. So welcome to Center for Spiritual Living Beaumont. Welcome to those of you online and in person. If you are here for the first time, if you look in the back, there are some blue folders that tell you all about us and give you some information about our teaching and what it is that we're about here at the Center for Spiritual Living Beaumont. After the service, we have a fellowship and a meal in Carter Hall. Please consider staying after the service. And if you have not already done so, please take a moment to make sure your cell phone is silent. Let's begin our morning by affirming who we are and who we are choosing to be with our vision statements as we read it together. CSLB is an inclusive and transformative community of spiritual practice. Now enjoy our opening song.
Good morning again, it's me. It's such a joy to be with you. You like to sing? I said, do you like to sing? Oh, good. Look at the person next to you and say, I know you can sing. Don't tell me you can't. I won't make you sing too much. Singing is actually a very healthy, vibrant, beautiful thing to do with the community. I know most of us do it in the shower. And we sound so good in the shower, don't we? We should bring a shower with us everywhere we go. My name's Karl Anthony, and again, if you just arrived, this is my wife, Noy. We are thrilled to be here with you. Let's have a good Sunday, shall we? Say, oh yeah. Okay. You know I care about you. I hope you care about me. Let's sing together. Set our mind free, or let you know who I am. I believe we can see the future. Whatever we plan, say I am who I am because of what I put into my mind. Say, oh yeah, I can change who I am by what I put into my mind. Oh yeah, I want to hear your truth. What bothers you, don't try to fake it. Whatever you do, you got to give up the fuss. Begin to trust your heart, your mind. I know you stand tough. I know you stand tough. I know you stand tough. Say, I am who I am because of what I put into my mind. Oh yeah, I can change who I am by what I put into my mind. Oh yeah, everybody stand up. Come on, let's do it. Stand up. We can do this. Now put your hands together. Oh yeah. Put your hands. I think we can feel it. That's nice. Do you believe in love? It don't come from up above. It comes from mother, father, sister, brother. I think it's all around. And it helps the ups and downs. It's your vibration. It's every little sound. Say, I am who I am because of what I put into my mind. Oh yeah, I can change who I am by what I put into my mind. Oh yeah, say I am who I am, and I can change who I am by what I put into my mind. Good morning. Good job. Good job. Have a seat.
Couple of brief announcements. On Thursday, April 3rd, 10 a.m. to 12 noon, there will be a celebration of life for Dorcel Smith, and it's at the Missionary Baptist Church in Riverside. So that information went out on email today. If you did not get it, we can give it to you after the service if you would like to attend. You can always celebrate a loved one, organization, or special occasion by sponsoring Sunday Flowers with a floral arrangement like this beautiful one up here and a heartfelt message. Does anybody know who our flowers are by this morning? The mystery.
Ross sponsored those today.
Ross. Thank you, Ross. Those are beautiful. You can sign up for the Fellowship Food Challenge on the information station. There is up to a $50 reimbursement for the main dishes based on receipts. And of course, today, you've already gotten a little taste of him, we have a special guest musician, Karl Anthony, who will also be performing a concert at 12:15 to 1:15. So be sure to come and enjoy his fantastic music and his fantastic presence. On Wednesday, April 8th from 5 to 7, there was going to be a Spirit Flow Chair Yoga here in the sanctuary. And they are starting with soup and salad, and then some very relaxing yoga starting at 6 p.m. And it's a love offering activity. And don't forget to join us for a meal and fellowship following our gathering this morning. In case you don't know who I am Reverend Neil. I have my practitioner hat on here this morning. The other practitioners and I will be available after service for a moment of prayer on this side of the sanctuary. Please do not leave here this morning with anything in your heart. We would love to pray with you, and we absolutely know that prayer works. Let's all close our eyes and let this meditative song bring us to our center.
Hello again. You could open your eyes, actually. I want to share a song with you that was inspired. Is inspired by what I mentioned earlier, which is that work in the hospital. And I've been doing that for 20 years. And when I'm not on tour doing my music, I'm there at the hospital. And, you're not always feeling up for it because, your own life is going through stuff. And I remember one day I was not feeling that good because my life was going through a lot of transition. But I went into the hospital anyway, and I remember the first kid, he actually said something to me. I walked in the door, and he blurted out, chemotherapy is like having an earthquake inside you. And I said, what? And his mom was in the corner, and she actually had a little reaction too. I said, what are you talking about? And he says, it's like the ground is shaking inside of you. And I'm thinking, wow, it was very expressive. And he was very young, so I said, how old are you? He goes, I'm almost 8. And so this young, almost 8-year-old was, just expressing himself so well. So I just said, what do you do when the ground is shaking inside of you? And he said, hold the sky. And I thought, well, he's talking like a songwriter. I said, let's write a song. So this is what we wrote right in the beginning. It goes, when the ground is shaking under me, hold the sky, hold the sky. When the ground is shaking under me, hold the sky, hold the sky. Want to sing that with them? Try it. When the ground is shaking under me, hold the sky, hold the sky, hold the sky. When the ground is shaking under me, hold the sky, hold the sky. And when the kingdoms crumble into dust, say goodbye, Say goodbye when the kingdoms crumble into dust. Say goodbye. Say goodbye. Say goodbye. Sometimes life can bring you down to your knees. If you go through hell, fine, just don't stop for tea. When the ground is shaking under me, hold the sky, hold the sky. When the ground is shaking under me, hold the sky, hold the sky. And when the time is time to forgive, time to love, time to love. When the time is time to forgive, time to love, time to love. And when love leaves love in arms, watch the ground, watch the ground. And when love leaves love in arms, watch the ground, watch the ground. Sometimes life can bring you down to your knees. If you go through hell, fine, just don't stop for tea. When the ground is shaking under me, hold the sky, hold the sky. When the ground is shaking under me, hold the sky, 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 hold the sky.
And so I invite you to go within in this moment and recognize with me that there is only one life, one love, one presence, one principle. It is all around us, in and through us. It is all life. It is the ground, it is the sky, it is our breath, it is our body. It is all that there is. And what I know this morning is that presence, that principle, which I choose to call God simply because it is the biggest word I know. It is a presence of peace, a principle of divine right order. It is grace and ease and perfect right action. And I know that all of these things are here this morning because each one of us is here this morning. We are each a divine emanation of divine consciousness, of love, of peace, of joy. And so I speak my word this morning knowing that all of that and more is present, it is unfolding, and there is a gift within this morning for each one of us in the beautiful music, in the beautiful concerts, in the words of the message. Whatever it is yours today, I invite you to claim it and know that it is from that one power, that one principle, which is guiding, guarding, and protecting you this morning. And so in great gratitude, I simply declare it to be so, and so it is. My reading this morning is from Living the Science of Minds. There is a divine person back of our personality, a unique manifestation of the living spirit. It is never alike in any two people. This is proved by the fact that two persons' thumbprints are alike. No two blades of grass are alike. No two anythings are identical. And yet, everything is rooted in one life, one presence, and one power. Why then should we expect that any two individuals should be alike? God itself has placed a unique stamp on everyone. We should not study to be alike, but rather to develop what we really are. Unity does not mean uniformity. Our unity with other people does not mean that we must think and act as they do. All it means is that we should get along with them. We should unify with everything, while at the same time keeping intact and whole that God-given something at the center of our being, which is the spiritual ego. To find this true center is the end and aim of our search. This divine person within us has, in a sense, one hand placed in the hand of God and the other outstretched to humanity. For the person who finds himself in God will discover God in others. She will see things in a different light than will the one who thinks he is alone. She will draw strength and inspiration from life itself, for no person can live without God and be whole. And so it is.
And so it is. And there are a couple of things that I want to take care of.
Yes.
I can't read it.
Miracles graduation.
Okay, thank you. And so I think we're going to start off here today with Emmy coming up and doing Miracles graduation. Do you want to do that? So if Miracle is here, we have a graduation. We have a high school graduate whose mom has been part of this center for longer than I've been here, for a long time. So we're going to have Emmy do the presentation. And so, Miracle, we're really glad you're here on a Sunday morning when you probably want to be somewhere else, but thank you for being here so we can celebrate you. Bravo, bravo. Yay! High school graduate. Yay!
You too, Mom? Come on.
Yay!
Okay. How long is it that you have been coming? I'm trying to remember. 8 years. 8 years. So you were what, 8? 10? Okay. So Miracle and her brother Matthew have been coming to services along with Amy for 8 years. And it's been fun watching you grow, for sure. And we're so proud that you have kept with it and followed the principles in your life. She's been a hardworking girl, well, even in high school. And we have a little gift for you.
Thank you.
And we want you to use it wisely and continue your growth. We just love you. Okay, thank you.
And the only thing I would have changed, in that celebration is I would say, Miracle, do not use that tithe that we made to you wisely. Have a really good time with it. Just blow it. Just blow it all at once. Do not use it wisely. It's not our teaching. Use it to have some fun. And I know we have a couple of new people here today, so if you're new, if it's your first time, or even if it's your second time, you haven't been here in a while, we have a gift for you. So if it's your first time, and I know some of our first timers, if you put up your hand, or maybe new to us in the last month or so, we have a gift. It's our Science of Mind book, and this takes 100 years of our teaching. Our teaching is 100 years old. You guys get a gift too. There you guys share, right? You guys share that. And this takes 100 years of our teaching, And it boils it down into about 50 pages. And it's a real simple book. It's called How to Speak Science of Mind. So that'll tell you what we do at this center. And Ross, do you have one more gift box for me? I know everyone should have gotten a gift box when you came in. Perfect. So everyone should have a gift box. If you don't, put your hand up and Ross will get you a gift box. And that kind of takes care of our sort of our order of business. But what are we really here for today? Ernest Holmes says we're here for the business of life. We're here for the business of life. And if you didn't get a box, keep your hand up and Ross will bring that around to you. And so what is the business of life? What is the business of life and the isness of life? What's it all about? What's it all about, Alfie? My gosh, we have a lot of hands up. So now put those hands together and clap for the minister. Yay! Shameless self-promotion. Christian Sorensen, shameless self-promotion. So what is life about? And so there's a woman on an operating table. And she's just come out of surgery. She's awakening from anesthesia. Is that how you say awakening from anesthesia or from the anesthetic? And she's coming to and she said, "Doctor, am I going to live? Am I going to live?" And the doctor says, "The surgery went great, perfect." He said, "Not only are you going to live, you're going to live at least 40 more years." She thinks about it. She turns to the doctor and said, "Doctor, if I'm going to live 40 more years, I want you to put me back under anesthetic. I want you to do a facelift, a tummy tuck, and a complete surgical body remakeover." Right? 40 more. I'm going 40 more years. I'm with her. They put her under. Everything goes great. The surgeons go, "Oh my God, you won't even recognize her. She's so beautiful." But she doesn't wake up in the operating room. She wakes up in heaven in front of God. And she said, "God, my surgeon told me I wouldn't be here for at least 40 more years." And God says, "Sorry, I didn't recognize you." So our Science of Mind teaching, is it ours? I guess it's everybody's. There's no ownership of it. It's just kind of floating out there. And we get to drift into it and bump into it wherever we are. You know, whether the ground's shaking under us or we're holy roller and everything's great, Spirit's there. Spirit's always there. And ours is a Spirit-based teaching. We are not a preaching. We don't preach hell and damnation, though Karl has brought the word hell into this service at least 3 times. We've got to get notes before you come back. We don't do that here. But since he did it, and he brought that in, it's not me. I saw this the other day on Facebook, and I loved it, and I wanted to bring it into service, and I didn't know how, and thank you for bringing this in. If you're walking through hell, walk as if you own the place, right? Own your stuff. It's your stuff. Own it. Own it. Keep walking through it. Don't get stuck. So our talk title is Kaleidoscope Consciousness. And Kaleidoscope Consciousness is not about seeing ourselves the way we were, like the lady on the operating table wanted to change the way she was. It's not about seeing ourselves the way we were. And it's not about seeing ourselves the way we are. Kaleidoscope consciousness is about the business of the isness, of the becomingness of our inner true self. It's about our becomingness. It's about our coming to be who we are. It's about our coming to be what we came here to do and see and be. It's about that promise we made in that eternity of consciousness, because we don't believe in heaven and hell. We believe that's a state of consciousness, but it's a promise we made ourselves in that eternity, as we do believe in eternity, that life is eternal. In that eternity of consciousness, it's said in Buddhism and other teachings that we make a promise before we come to earth. And there's something called the river of forget. We make a promise to come here and do something and be something. And then before we come here, we have to cross the river of forget, and we forget what we promised. Because if we knew what we promised, we'd know exactly when to take a right turn, when to take a left turn, when to say yes, when to say no, what job to take, who to marry, who to divorce. We'd know it all. And that's not the point of being here. The point of being here is forgetting about what you know. it's really about forgetting about what you know. Because when I look at the world today, and I see how much we've been taught, and I see the state of the world today, it's a really good time to unlearn what we've been taught. It's a really good time to unlearn and then to relearn from that energy of our soul and that openness of our heart. It's a good time to relearn about love. It's a good time to relearn about that eternal love, that heartfelt love, that open love, that all-embracing love, that love that transforms the world. So I think it's a good time to unlearn. I think it's a really good time to unlearn and to relearn about love. I think that's the isness and the business and the oneness of life, yes? I think that's kaleidoscope. I think kaleidoscope consciousness is, it's about that ever-present moment of love that just keeps unfolding and keeps changing colors and keeps changing character and keeps changing our connection. It's ever-changing in the moment. Its light energy is changing. Its physical energy is changing. Its love energy is changing. I think that's kaleidoscope consciousness. Love in the moment, love in the now, love in the midst of change. Ernest Holmes shares this about the becomingness of our inner true self. He shares, we should not go about the business of our life in turmoil. We should go about the business of our life with a calm assurance. Right, when the ground is shaking under me, how about the calm assurance of that the sky's there? That the sky's there. That we can reach out to something greater than ourselves, but we can reach out to that from within ourselves. We can reach out to that within ourselves. And he says that on the inner side of life, something is happening. For in science of mind, in new thought, change your thinking, change your life, in mental metaphysics, right, we get to dissolve everything back into the consciousness from which we came. We get to dissolve the condition back into the consciousness from which we came, whatever the condition is. We dissolve it. We dissolve it into the consciousness from what it came, and then we get to reform it. We get to reform that energy according to the thoughts we hold in our mind. That's our teaching. Thoughts in mind create after their kind. And so Ernest Holmes shares that in mental metaphysics, in new thought, the inner shift, that inner shift of consciousness creates the outer change. Our inner shift of consciousness creates the outer change. The word kaleidoscope is formed of two Greek words. How many people know what they are? Nobody. I didn't either till about 48 hours ago. It's formed from the word kalo, and kalo means beautiful. And it's formed from the word kalistro. That's Greek, but it sounds Italian. Kalistro. Kalo, beautiful, Callisto form. So in other words, we're talking about a beautiful form. And we're talking about a beautiful form that we create in our mind. And what we create in the inner of our mind becomes the beauty of the outer world. So our inner beautiful thoughts become outer beautiful things. Our inner beautiful thoughts become outer beautiful things. So where I'm being guided, probably by ego, maybe by spirit, maybe by spirit as ego. There's a difference between human ego and spirit as ego. What are we thinking? What are we thinking to create the world that we're seeing? What are we thinking to create the world that we're seeing? It's not a right, it's not a wrong, it's just a contemplation. What are you and I thinking to create the world that we're seeing? The kaleidoscope, with its ever-changing lights and colors and various shapes, right, represents unlimited views. opportunities, and the release of blocked creativity. Welcome to all of the energy in this life plane, in this room, in ourselves that is blocked. You want to know what's going on in the world? You're looking at blocked creativity. And boy, when you have creativity that is blocked, guess what it turns into in the world? Reactivity. When your creativity is blocked, you are coming from reactivity in this life plane. The inner blockage of creativity becomes the outer representation of reactivity. That's what's going on. That's what's going on. Our creative energy is blocked. And as we unblock it, and that wall falls away, that resistance falls away, we find ourselves in the isness of a brand new day. As our creative energy, as the blocks to our creative energy, and you take that wall down any way you want. You built that wall. Concrete block, bricks, one brick at a time, one stone at a time. You built that block to your creativity. No one else did it for you. That was all your own making through the thoughts you thought. You built this wall to your creativity. And guess who's the person who can take that wall down? One brick at a time, one cinder block at a time, one stone at a time. And how do we take it down? One brick, one stone, one cinder block at a time? By changing our thoughts, one thought at a time. One thought at a time is going to shift this world into a kaleidoscope consciousness of ever-changing love in the moment. New colors, new brightness, new light, new love. And so, do you need to look through your kaleidoscope of life again? Do you? Do you? Do I? To see something better. Something you couldn't see before. It's your life. It's your kaleidoscope. You look it through that kaleidoscope and you turn it and you twist it and you tweak it until you see exactly what you want to see. Your kaleidoscope, your life, your isness, the business of the isness of your life is to tweak your kaleidoscope. And I'll bet you didn't know that's the message you were going to hear today. You did not know about how to tweak your kaleidoscope, right? Kaleidoscope consciousness is about the business of the isness of coming to a new way of seeing and being and becoming. Dr. Wayne Dyer shares this. Dr. Wayne Dyer shares this of becoming our true self. When you change the way you look at things, how many people know this? The things you look at change. Now, I don't want to be disrespectful of Dr. Wayne, but that's not our science of mind teaching. Sold a lot of books. I'd be happy with 10% of the books he sold. I would be so happy with 10% of his house in Maui on the ocean. It's like 8,000. I'd be so happy with an 800 square foot condo on the ocean in Maui. I would take 10% of what Wayne Dyer created. But that's not our science of mind teaching. It's not about when you change the things you look at, they change. Kaleidoscope consciousness, which is more to me that broad scope, that scoping out. Our science of mind teaching, the scoping out the depth of what's in our soul, the scoping out of the openness of what's in our heart. Kaleidoscope consciousness is about the knowing beyond knowing, right? It's not about what you know. Unlearn. Unlearn what you know. Unlearn. Because until you unlearn what you know, you can't get to that place of knowing beyond knowing. You cannot get there until you unlearn what you know. And what I'm knowing as I was writing this talk, and Wayne Dyer, you did great work, but it's not quite in alignment with our teaching, that when we change the way we look at things, they don't change in our teaching. We change. We change when we change the way we look at things. We change by growing into a new way of seeing and becoming our true self. And as we become our true self, guess what happens? What happens when we become our true self? When we become the fullness and the allness and the oneness and the greatness and the grandness and the isness. We're just so into nesses today. Isness, grandness, greatness. When we come from that and we become that, our true self, our creativity is no longer blocked. Our creativity is flowing freely into all avenues of life, into our financial prosperity, into our physical well-being, into our creative expression, and into our spiritual connection. Emma Curtis Hopkins. How many practitioners, how many ministers know who Emma Curtis Hopkins was? She was, what's her quote? What's she known for? What's her trademark? The teacher of teachers. Emma Curtis Hopkins, the teacher of teachers. Why? She had a presence. She had a presence of unknowing. A presence of unknowing that brought her into a realm of conscious awareness, maybe even kaleidoscope consciousness, where she lived in the moment of the brightness of the illumination of this now, and this now, and this now. Ernest Holmes met her in New York City at her apartment. He had come up with this great philosophy, science of mind, mental mind treatment. His whole teaching was about mental mind treatment. She opened the door. He met her. He said in 20 seconds, his whole perspective, the science of mind teaching changed. He changed his mind, and he changed this teaching. And when he changed his mind and he changed this teaching, he changed the world. He said in her presence, he knew it wasn't spiritual. It wasn't about mental mind treatment. It was about spiritual mind treatment. Mental mind treatment is what we've learned. Spiritual mind treatment is the unknowing. Gosh, if we're going to pray from what we know, we're not going to get very far. If we're going to pray from what we know, we're going to get what we know. But if we pray from that spiritual connection of unknowing, that incredible wisdom, counsel, that incredible kaleidoscope consciousness, which is ever changing in the moment, it is ever growing beyond any concrete condition into the consciousness of the possibility. That's our teaching. The isness of the business of life is to let go of mental mind treatment. We're not doing it. We're flowing with it. We're flowing with the openness of our creativity as spirit is one with our creativity. One brick at a time, one stone at a time, one concrete block at a time. Take it down, one thought at a time. Till there are walls no more. You know, my mom gave me a photo that's on our wall, I think, in our bathroom. It's a picture of a fence in the middle of a snowdrift. And it says, I would like to know what I'm fencing in. And I'd like to know what I'm fencing out. Good time to contemplate that right now in our nation, isn't it? Good time to just contemplate that. Who knew my mom was so wise when she gave that to me when I went away to college, and it only took me 50 years to figure out, you know, the profundity of that. But I'm so grateful for the wisdom counsel that made me keep it on my bathroom wall for 50 years. And I saw it the other day and I thought, gosh, kaleidoscope consciousness is not about building fences. It's not about coming from our defenses. It's not even about coming from our human senses. It's about coming from this sovereignty, this solemnity, this serenity of the energy that we are. The energy that we are. Emma Curtis says this. After 14 years of ministerial study, you call Emma by her first name, you call Ernest. You're just buddies with these people after 14 years of study. So Emma shares this, the teacher of teachers. She taught Ernest that as we change our periscope of perspective on life, we come to a new way of seeing and being and becoming. We come to see from what Emma called, how many people, how many Emma students, how many know this quote from Emma? Emma calls this the sacred heights of awareness. The sacred heights of awareness. You know, Monty Hall asked the question, door number 1, door number 2, or door number 3. But in kaleidoscope consciousness, it's always door number 3, because door number 1 is your intellect. From the intellect that created the problem, you are not going to solve the problem. And door number 2 is intuition. And intuition for me is the intellectual knowing combined with life experience. So we have a little bit of an edge. Yes, we have a little bit of a leading edge in intuition. But it's not the letting go. It's not the complete letting go into door number 3, which is that kaleidoscope consciousness. that place of knowing beyond knowing, that place of the sacred heights of awareness of oneness, Emma would say. Kaleidoscope consciousness, the knowing beyond knowing of the sacred heights of the awareness of oneness. Try saying that 3 times fast before you had coffee in the morning. Just try it. Not easy. Simple, not easy. Plato shared this about being the author of your own becoming. Being the author of your own becoming. Plato shares this. Be the author of your own becoming by answering the calling to the sacred heights of oneness. Answer the call. Be the author of the call and then answer the call. Answer the call to that sacred heights of oneness. Plato shared this. No man, I'm adding this, or woman, or child, or animal, or sentient being, or plant, or rock, or mineral. We believe it's all one. We believe it's all consciousness. So no human element on this life plane, we'll get past that gender of man and woman and all that, no element on this life plane, and especially man and woman in their wits, and he's talking about the wits of our intellectual consciousness, will ever attain prophetic truth. Ain't going to get there. You ain't going to get there from the here of your intellect. You're never going to get to the prophetic truth and inspiration. But when man is willing to receive the inspired word, door number 3, kaleidoscope consciousness, that knowing beyond knowing, we receive a sacred inspired word, a sacred heights of consciousness by which all intelligence is enthralled. How many people today have been enthralled? How many people this week have been? I was enthralled last night. We had dinner with Karl and Laura and Annie from Center for Spiritual Living Palm Springs. I want to give a shout out to CSL Palm Springs Rainbow Alliance. They promoted this beautifully. I cannot thank you enough. They hosted a dinner for us and hosted Karl and Noe last night, overnight. So I just want to thank Rainbow Alliance for joining with us and for being here today. This coming together of centers, this coming together in consciousness, not competition but cooperation, not competition but collaboration. It's a little bit new among most CSLs, but the newness feels pretty good. Thank you so much. Plato spoke of a high mysticism of divine knowing that lay just beyond the threshold of the known of our intellect, just beyond the threshold of the knowing of our intuition, in the just beyond of our knowing beyond knowing of infinite inspiration. That's enthralled. That's an enthralled life, to live from the knowing beyond knowing of infinite inspiration, but first you must unlearn. First you must unlearn, right? You must unlearn. You must unlearn if you're going to come to live in love. How many remember this? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, and T, U, V, W, X, and Y, and Z. Now I've said my ABCs. Tell me what you think of me. Unlearn. What were we taught in grade school? To ask for reward. Tell me what you think of me. How did I do? How did I do? Did I miss any letters? Did I get them all right? Do you like me better now because I got them all right and I followed your rules and I learned what you told me to learn in the order you told me to learn it? It goes that far back. It goes that far back. Romans shares this of the infinite inspiration, which is way beyond knowing your ABCs, unless your ABCs are all about consciousness. If your ABCs are all about consciousness, you're good. You get to choose what ABC means to you. Romans shares this, 12:2. This of the beyond of door number 3. Do not conform to the pattern of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Our innermost thoughts create our outermost manifestations of this world. Our innermost thoughts create the outermost manifestation in this world. Thoughts become things. What you think about, you bring about. David Alt shares this of the kaleidoscope of consciousness. What's your kaleidoscope of consciousness right now? What is it? What are you thinking about it? What are you feeling about it? What's the view from your kaleidoscope of consciousness? What's your view? Whatever it is, you can twist it, you can tweak it by turning that kaleidoscope. So right now I invite you to open your little gift box. Open the little gift box you've been given. It is not a diamond ring. It is not cryptocurrency, because that box would probably hold 100 million in cryptocurrency. It's a little kaleidoscope. And it doesn't turn and it doesn't twist because they were only 39 cents at Amazon, and the ones that turned and twist were like $4.99. And I love you guys so much. I love you guys so much, but not $4.99 times 50 people. Just saying. But do not conform to the pattern of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. What's in your kaleidoscope? What are you going to twist it and turn it and create it into being? David Alt. David Alt is a pretty amazing minister. And David Alt shares this of the kaleidoscope of consciousness of the sacred heights of high mysticism of infinite inspiration. The kaleidoscope of consciousness of the sacred heights of high mysticism of infinite inspiration. And David shares this. David shares this. He created a Kaleidoscope Children's Foundation. It was a calling that called him forth into a new way of seeing and being and becoming his true self. He didn't change the things in the world. He changed himself, and then the way he saw the things in the world changed and evolved. 2004, on a sightseeing trip to Cambodia, he came to greater clarity. There we're after that, greater clarity. What are we after? Greater clarity as to what his sacred calling was. Anyone in this room, by a show of hands, or standing on your head, whichever you choose, whichever you want. Show of hands is probably easier for most of us at our age. But don't let age be your cage. You want to do a headstand, do a headstand. How many of us know what your calling is? How many of you in this room, by a show of hands, or handstand? Karl knows. Okay, Laura knows. We have about 7, 8 people who know what their calling is. That's great. His calling was to feed hungry children, and he and his fellow travelers who were on a sightseeing trip decided in the moment, where's this power in the moment of the now? Where's the power of this teaching? When Ernest met Emma Curtis Hopkins at her door, and the whole teaching transformed from mental mind treatment, I need to fix it intellectually, to spiritual mind treatment, I need to open to the infinite wisdom of spirit counsel, that I'll come to my true calling and his true calling. And the people on a tour, a tourist trip, looked down the street, all these markets filled with food. They took all their money out of their pockets, US dollars, and they bought everything in sight, all of the markets, all of the vendors, $68. They bought all of the food on that street that day, and they distributed it to the hungry children. That happened in the now of the moment. That happened in door 3 consciousness. That happened in the kaleidoscope of consciousness of being present at the moment, the Spirit's calling, and he said for the first time in his life, he knew what his calling was. And it was, in some way, to create sustainable support for these children. The Kaleidoscope Foundation now supports 600 kids annually and is growing. David said, to the call he heard. David said, to the call he heard that day. David said, to the call he heard that day. David said, to the call he heard that day, I'm available. I'm available. I'm available. Kaleidoscope consciousness is about the sacred yes of saying, yes, I'm available. Yeah, Karl, when you write a song, when you're in a hospital with a kid, I'm available. Yeah, Noe, I'm available. I'm available. The Kaleidoscope life is about the knowing beyond knowing. We're all one. I'm keying you in here. Pick up the cue. We are all one in the heart of God, and the heart of God is one in each and all of our hearts. So that takes us to our talk theme. We are all one. And I like to say this of our talk theme, we are all one. I don't know why, but this came to me maybe door number 3 years ago. It's been in my workshops, it's been in my talks, and it came back late last night. This is our Science of Mind teaching. As candle is to wick is to flame, so is our love to the light of the world. This stuff is so simple. This stuff is so simple. Yet it's not easy. It's not easy, but it's simple. And so Queen Elizabeth, upon a visit to Anne Frank's grave, she visited Anne Frank's grave a few years back, and she shared this about the oneness of the light of a candle, and 2, about the oneness of the light of a life. She looked at Anne Frank's grave, and she shared, and she looked down and said, look at how a single candle can both defy and define the darkness. Look at how a single life can both defy and define the darkness, right? The ground is shaken under me, but I'm going to hold the sky. Look at your life. Look at your life. You can both defy and define the darkness. She was referring to the light of Anne Frank's life, who in the darkest of times shone her bright light of love from that door number 3, Kaleidoscope consciousness. You know, some people, and this was a song when I was younger, I can't believe we're on the eve of destruction. You know, I hear it over and over and over again, my friend. I can't believe we're on the eve of destruction. Gosh, we were singing that when I was in 7th grade. We're still singing that song. Why are you laughing? I was not in kindergarten. I'm not that old. But you know, Kaleidoscope consciousness isn't about being on the eve of destruction. It's about a new way of seeing and being, becoming, that we're not on the eve of destruction. We're on the brink of everything. We are not on the eve of destruction. We are on the brink of everything. That's the truth of our teaching. That's the truth of your life. That's the truth of your light. That's the truth of door number 3, Kaleidoscope consciousness. We are on the brink of everything. Karl at dinner last night, I asked him, how do you find the entry point into a child or a parent or a family that is hanging on to the way it was to help shift them into the way it is so as to make a better choice in the moment, to make a better tomorrow for everyone? The family that doesn't want to let go of their child. The parent that doesn't want to let go of their child. The medical system that is keeping someone alive maybe beyond what they should. How do we move beyond that? How do we take down our walls of resistance, one brick, one block, one stone at a time? And Karl does it with his music. Kaleidoscope, how do you do it? How do you let go of somebody whose time on this life plane is time for them to move on to another experience, and you don't want to let go? How do you let go? How do you hold their highest good? How do you let go of your want and release them into their higher good? Kaleidoscope consciousness is about knowing we're on the brink of everything old falling away. We're on the brink of everything old falling away to the isness of the business of everything new, to the isness of the business of everything new in the now of the moment, in the now of this moment, in the now of this moment, in the now of this moment. Door number 3, Kaleidoscope consciousness, sacred highness. Ooh. Because the only place is ever loved, the only place love lives, the only place love will ever live is in the now of this moment, in the sacred height of awareness, that we are all one in our inner and outer, in our heights and our depths, in our left hand and our right hand, coming together in loving prayer and coming together in love to do the work before us. Bringing our hands together in loving prayer and bringing our hands together in love to do the work before us. And Frank shared this. How wonderful it is that no one need wait a single moment before starting to improve the world. You know, in Denmark, empathy is taught as a school subject, just like math or science. Imagine if we did the same, giving the kids the tools to build a more compassionate world, a world that works for everyone with no one left behind, a world with no more active shooter drills in kindergarten. No more active shooter drills in kindergarten. Kaleidoscope consciousness is about celebrating. It's about celebrating. Can we move on to the next slide, Adrian? It's about celebrating diversity within unity. That's our teaching. We're celebrating that diversity and unity, that oneness behind door number 3, that sacred height of awareness that all is one. The diversity within unity, knowing we're all one. We are all in, here it is. Here's the nutshell. We're all in this together. Good news, bad news. Sorry, we're all in this together, and none of us are going to get out of it alone. None of us are going to get out of the mess we're in alone. But know with me, because this is what I see, that in the mess is the message. In every mess is the message. And in the mess of all of this, walls that are being built, in all of the disharmony, know with me, in the mess is the message. We're all one. We're all one. Door number 3. Door number 3. It's always door number 3. Diversity within unity of knowing we're all one, we're all in this together, and the only way out for any of us is the same way out for all of us. It's by changing our inner thoughts to thoughts of love and kindness and compassion for all, in order to see, to be, and become the shift in the outer world to the sacred heights of awareness of which Emma Curtis Hobson spoke, in which the Dalai Lama speaks. There is no other. There is no other. If you're seeing another, it's not there. We're all one. Hard time right now for the LGBT and trans community. Hard time for a lot of people on this plane right now. Extra hard time for LGBTQ and trans community. Extra hard. We really don't need a dose of extra hard right now. We really don't. But a dose of extra love is always appreciated. So if you can dose out some extra love to your LGBT and trans friends, give them a call, write them a card. Truly appreciate it. In order to see, to be, and become the shift in the outer world of the sacred heights of awareness Emma Curtis Hopkins talks about, we have to make welcome in our heart that everyone is welcome here. Your heart has to be open and welcome to everyone, or it's not open to anyone, because we're all one. Kaleidoscope consciousness is about living in the colors of our life. Full out loud. P.T. Barnum, the world's greatest showman, did just that. And these songs and this lyric from the show honoring P.T. Barnum about kaleidoscope consciousness, about living the colors of our life, living the colors of our love, living the colors of our consciousness, bountifully, boldly, and brightly. So I was to leave a shining light to show the way. Ernest Holmes did, Emma Curtis Hopkins did, Anne Frank did, and so many others before and since, and those of us yet to come, and those of us right here now can leave a shining light to light the path for others. And these are the lyrics from Barnum called The Colors of My Life. The colors of my life are bountiful and bold, the purple glow of indigo, the gleam of green and gold, the splendor of a sunrise, the dazzle of a flame, the glory of a rainbow. I'd put them all to shame. No quiet browns and grays. I'll take my days instead and fill them till they overflow with rose and cherry red. And should this sunlit world grow dark one day, the colors of my life will leave a shining light to show the way. How about your life? How about your life? Door number 1, door number 2, or door number 3? How about your life? And then we'll go to today's affirmation. I will read it first, and I invite you to share it from the colors of your soul and the chromachrome and the ectochrome and all of the chromes of your heart. Today's affirmation: the colors of my life will leave a shining light to show the way. And together, the colors of my life will leave a shining light to show the way. That's our talk today, Kaleidoscope Consciousness. It is for you whatever is for you. It is for me whatever is for me. But I know that in eternity, it's about dosing out extra doses of love right now. And don't forget to dose one out to yourself. Because if you're like me, you could sure use a couple extra doses of love. So don't forget to give yourself a dose. No one has told you today that they love you. We at CSLB love you. Some of you are easier to love than others. But if you haven't told yourself today you love you, why haven't you? Why haven't you told yourself today that you love you? And so ends our talk. And so I'll do a pray out, and then Karl will do an after talk song. I don't know if we're praying out, if we're praying in, or we're praying from Sacred Highness, or ground shaken beneath us. I'm not quite sure where we're praying from. And I think that's a really great place to pray from, is that unknowingness, right? Where could you be in a better place to pray than from unknowing? Unknowing what you're supposed to pray for. I feel what's showing up for me today is that my life is my prayer. And if you don't like my prayer and you don't like my life, I'm okay, because I do. And I hope you like your prayer, that you're living as your life. And it doesn't matter if anybody else likes it. I'm praying and living my prayer. You pray and live your prayer. It's your prayer. It's your life. Live it your way. Now we're going to an after talk song.
We all are one. We all are one. We all are one family. We all are one. We all are one. We all are one. We all are one family. We all are one. One people living on one planet and joining in one family. We all are one. One people living on one planet, joining in one family. We all are one. All on the planet are one. This world is made of only one. All of the people are free when I honor you and you honor me, living the one human dream, playing a world game, a part of a team. Look, there's plenty to share. We live in a world where somebody cares. Still we sleep through the night, only afraid of the darkness, looking for traces of light, watching for some sign of progress. Wake up, little girl, the future's bright. Wake up, little boy, look through the night and see that one is you and me. One world in harmony. Together. One people living on one planet. Living on one planet, joining in one family. Joining in one family. We all are one. We all are one. One people living joining in one family. We all are one. What do we have in our sights? Why in the world are we waiting? Maybe we've lost our fight. I think that we are worth saving. Wake up, little girl, the future's bright. Wake up, little boy, look through the night and see that one is you and me. One world in harmony. One people living on one planet, joining in one family. We all are one. We all are one. We all are one. We all are one. We all are one people.
So it's our time of conscious giving. And so I invite you to come from a kaleidoscope consciousness of giving in a way you've never seen giving before. And know that the more you give, the more will return to you. So I know our baskets are going to be overflowing and filled to the brim today with your conscious contribution of love. And if today you don't have something to share with us, I know you will through this teaching, through our classes, through our Sunday service and our Sunday lunch. I know, because I know the way this teaching works. So if you don't have something, I just invite you to share your energy, and as the basket passes by, just put your hand in a circular motion, and that's circulating our energy for all. You got energy to share with us, and now that energy will become financial prosperity for you as you work with us and visit us more. So right now, let us read our giving statement together from a kaleidoscope consciousness. I give and receive freely and generously with an open heart and an open mind. The universe responds to me in kind. I know that my beloved community is richly blessed, and so it is. Online viewers, love streamers, cslbeaumont.org, you can give there or text GIVE to 951-420-6909. If you're home, it's not too late to come down and join us for lunch and hit the concert at 12:15. So if you're in pajamas, get out of your pajamas and come on down here. And if our ushers will come forward and take up the collection. Whoever, yes, that'd be, yeah. Good to see you.
Thank you, God, for everything. 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 Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Okay, and now we will circle up. If you're new to the center, we circle up and we do a closing song, and Karl is going to do that for us. So we circle up, we join hands, and if you're not comfortable standing, you want to remain seated, join us in consciousness. Otherwise, join our circle.
All right. What a
Don't
beautiful
pass up
service.
money.
Well, I'm excited about that we're going to have Thai food this afternoon. That's incredible. As a matter of fact, we'll do a closing song that I wrote in Thailand, and it's called Buddha Land. And it's called, and the chorus is Beautiful Day. Would you like to learn some Thai? All right, this is how you say it's a good day in Thai. And it's Wani Bin Wandi. Together, Wani Bin Wandi. Again, Wani Bin Wandi. And when that comes up, you can try it out, and Noy will tell you if you did it wrong or right. Okay? So the part goes like this. A beautiful day, yes, it's a beautiful day. Now can we have another? Try that. A beautiful day, yes, it's a beautiful day. Now can we have another? It's a good day in Thai. Here. One A bin one D. 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 It's a beautiful day in Buddha land where the children play every chance they can with a big Thai smile ear to ear. It's a beautiful day in Buddha land. Let's have a smile. A beautiful day. Yes, it's a beautiful day. Oh, you sound so good. Now can we have another? Let me hear you. A beautiful day. Yes, it's a beautiful day. Now can we have another? Now in Thai, one A bin one D. 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 Yeah, it's a beautiful day in Buddha land where the people extend a helping hand with a big Thai smile ear to ear. It's a beautiful day in Buddha land. Here we go. A beautiful day. Yes, it's a beautiful day. Now can we have another? Yeah, a beautiful day. Yes, it's a beautiful day. Now can we have another? Keep singing it. A beautiful day. Yes, it's a beautiful day. Now can we have another? You sure can. One more time. A beautiful day. Yes, it's a beautiful day. Now can we have another? Sounds so pretty. It's a beautiful day in Buddha land where the children play every chance they can with a big Thai smile ear to ear. It's a beautiful day in Buddha land. It's a beautiful day in Buddha land.
Whoa. So we're knowing something happened, something wonderful happened at CSL Buddha Land today. So at CSL Buddha Land, there was a wonderful day where we came to realize and awaken to and accept that we have the choice of living our life from door number 1, or door number 2, or door number 3. And together we say, and so it is. Full Thai lunch in Carter Hall. Come join us in Carter Hall for lunch. Practitioner and prayer work over here. Don't leave here with anything heavy on your heart. Thanks so much for being here today. We so appreciate your presence.